So let's talk about what that integration look like, right? What integrating the true self and the false self looks like for us as thought leaders, and when we are, especially when we are in the path to inner peace. There are three things I want to share with you. First, when you're enjoying the journey of growth, right? When you are choosing that you're going to enjoy this journey, instead of being critical of your progress or not moving fast enough, that's the energy I was on. I was being critical of the fact that I was resting all that time, and I felt like I'm always resting, and I got a business to run, and I got a life to run, and I have these things I want to do, and now suddenly I can't do them because I have to rest. That's the energy I was on. And how long am I going to sit in this? How long is this going to last? Is every trimester going to be like that? Those were the questions going through my mind. So instead of sitting in that energy, you want to shift. And you want to shift to allowing yourself to celebrate your growth and identify areas that shift the things that I will expand because it makes me happy. Identify areas to shift, to expand that will bring me joy. So that looked like accepting that I was pregnant and accepting that the body required that space and that it was okay to give it to it. You see that shift? And then I began to celebrating when I was joyful for resting. I began to celebrate and find moments of gratitude for being able to rest and not needing to have to work, for having a husband that could also step in. I began to see the gratitude in that energy. Number two, when you're expanding, because I was expanding in that time, I was expanding physically and I was also expanding emotionally. Instead of convincing yourself that no one wants to help you and that no one cares because this fear of the unknown, there were times where I felt like JP don't care that I'm here on this couch resting with an attitude. He not helping me out. He not pregnant. I had those thoughts coming up for me. In those moments, it's important to shift to joyfully receiving support and reminding yourself that you're not alone by asking for help. This was one of the things that challenged me a lot during this process because asking for help is something that I am continuously healing from. My relationship with asking for help is very rooted in I have to do it by myself. So during this season, I was invited to receive more support and to notice that there were people happy to help me and to support me, and that they were supporting me in ways that I hadn't considered. My best friend was sending me care boxes with tea so that I can drink things that were, aligned with my holistic practices. I had other friends that were sending me like care packages with like a lot of care packages. My friends are amazing. They all sent me care packages. My close other friends, they were calling to check on me. My friends were calling to check on me. Like I was receiving an abundance of support. And the moments that I felt like I wasn't receiving support, it was because I wasn't asking for it. Shift to joyfully receiving support instead of thinking that people don't care. Now, there were three ways. Oh, the third one, when you're shedding. Because when I was pregnant, I was also shedding. I was shedding the old version of myself. I was shedding the version of myself that I thought I needed to be before. I was letting her go because she was no longer the person that I was going to be. I was going to be a parent now, a mother now, and I was learning what that was like. And that required me shedding this old version of myself that wasn't that. So when you are shedding, instead of attaching yourself to what feels familiar out of fear of the unknown, those moments when I was upset that I was resting instead of working out, it was me attaching myself to what was familiar, which is working because of the fear of how is this going to impact my body, and what if I can't get back on shape? What if I this and what if I that? All this, thoughts running in the mind that can impact how we look at things. And it's really grounded in the energy of rejection, to be honest. Rejecting the fact that we are worthy of rest, that we are worthy of joy, that we are worthy of calm, and it doesn't have to be done by working hard. So instead of sitting in that energy, I want to invite you to shift to letting go of what you cannot control and do this with compassion. And you do it by freeing yourself from the expectations that you have on yourself or the expectations that people have had on you. When we are shedding and we're letting go of things that no longer serve us, we're going to uncover quite a bit of expectations that are there. We're going to uncover quite a bit of things that we think we need to be doing, that we have learned that we quote unquote need to be doing to be loved, to be respected, to be appreciated, to be accepted. And in the shedding season, we let a lot of those things go. We let a lot of those things fall off, melt away. And it's important that you have the space for that. And that's what it looks like to integrate your true and your full self when you are a thought leader and you are in the path to inner peace. It looks like choosing to go from what feels familiar to what feels unfamiliar. It looks like choosing to step outside of your comfort zone into the discomfort of being authentic. It looks like allowing yourself to celebrate your wins with the same intensity that you have when you are addressing the things you want to change.